Noah and Papa Smithy find themselves in Los Angeles.
Yeah, they're doing some Hearthstone casts for the Asia Pacific Championships over there, so it's just us 4 days in a row.
Bolster to their confidence as they possibly can. As we can see, we have Samsung Galaxy versus Samsung Blue. Those tags always throw me for a loop when I get in there. Not a good look for Spenu. Bad way to start.
Right. Sandra gonna yell some stuff. So free flash, probably not gonna mean a whole lot. All right, I guess we're gonna listen to that for a while.
Not gonna go for the, I don't even know what you'd call it. The flash body slam when you juke around them. You don't do it in a straight line.
I love that. I want to see more of that. I want Shen to come back so I can see more flash taunts.
Well, we saw
taunt flashes. That pleases me.
We saw Bubbling try to do it last week, and I think it was game 2, and it was the biggest whiff I've ever seen on a flash body slam. He was not even close, and his opponent flashed before he did. So he should have known where to go, and he just ended up like several units away. It was fairly, it was a really rough play to watch. Papa Smithy and I were just like, that was bad. I was like, there's not much more you can say about it.
Outsmarting yourself sometimes.
Yeah. Did we ever figure out what Gragas is drinking?
What?
I can't tell if it's a type of, I can't tell if he's drinking some kind of
It should be,
liquor or
it
like
could be
wine.
champagne.
Champagne
in that bottle.
Okay, in that normally, but in the regular barrel, I don't know. It's like purple.
Well, it should be wine if it's coming out of a barrel like that.
It's just a walking winery.
Excessive alcoholism confirmed acceptable by Riot Games.
Doesn't even let it age.
Well, he might.
I mean, it's all, these are all barrels that he's stored like years in advance.
I don't know if you want to use your calling onto
it on Break
option.
Wolf. I have a problem, but all right, you do you, Core JJ. Welcome back to Champions. Your MVP is actually Ambition coming into this game. I thought it was going to be Kuve, but Ambition.
Kuve was robbed.
But we do have some interviews with our MVP, so we're going to throw over to Robin, because once again, George is not here for some reason. So Robin, take it away.
Hello, SK fans. This is George. Kappa is Robin. Well, we did know they played top Echo, but we didn't think they were going to pick it. And when they picked it, and we were like, oh, you know what Echo skills are, right, QV? Yeah, I played a lot of Echo before Tank Echo was nerfed. The Shadow follows Echo, and when you use your ult, you go back, but our opponents didn't seem to know that.
Oh. Wow.
The subtle trash talk is the best.
I don't know if that was that subtle.
And that appears to be it. So back to you guys to welcome CJ and the cast of Jin Jong-in.
For you guys who didn't get the joke of Jin Jong-in, Jong-in is Prey's first name. So they're just replacing his last name with Jin because he's been pretty good on that champion so far, and hence the video where he's sniping everybody and yelling bang, bang, bang all the time.
That was, yeah, Special Agent Jin. A little bit interesting of a video thrown together. I like that he had like a Dragon Ball Z-esque scouter.
See, you don't even know the history of that. He used to do the scouter taunts when he used to play Ezreal several years ago to check his enemy's power level when he was winning.
I see.
So it's been very famous.
Makes sense now. Now I know I have been educated. Thank you very much, Montecristo. Good of them to replicate that little throwback.
Rock Tiger is one of the teams that actually really emphasizes this Sivir. I think they're the only ones who have rocked that this Sivir is broken right now.
Well, Kramer's been doing a pretty decent job when he gets his hands on it as well. But we can see.
Kramer has not played a game of Sivir this season.
Has he not? I thought he did.
Nope.
Oh, who am I thinking of then? I'm thinking of somebody else. Wait, who the hell am I thinking of? I actually don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm wrong.
Use his TP. How did What the what?
Right, please.
I have no idea how that was possible.
That doesn't seem right. It also looked like he didn't even charge it. It looked like the instant cast, and then it set him flying. He barely had any time for that to whirl up.
I don't know. That was really strange.
Back ban.
It's another hidden feature of League of Legends, Achilios.
It must be.
It's a hidden feature of Poppy's kit. right, so back to the baiting here. Kuro with the TP advantage means that the Baron dance should continue. Kuro playing it cautiously, making sure he's got some wards in the tri-brush, so it won't be jumped from the rear.
The worst place to be jumped from.
Well, depending on your preference, Seth. I'm not here to judge.
That's true. We don't discriminate against your preferences here.
Ultimately the same time, but CJ just holds on once again. They have the better team composition for team fighting in the late game.
Oh, nice denial, and Smeb looks like he might be going down, goes back over onto Bubbling, locks him in. Can he finish him off? And he does. So overall, it's the 5 for 4. CJ not going to be able to pick up any objectives with that team fight, but it's certainly promising for them.
Yeah, there's nothing to take. You see.
All right, pretty evenly split crowd now. CJ, I think, is a little bit of an advantage. Very popular team here.
All the old Mad Life fans.
Yep. Even on Reddit, there's a surprising amount of CJ fans, I must say. Every time I check that thread, it's always just like, that game gave me a heart attack, because CJ always barely wins their series. I don't even know if Rocks could do anything that would cost them this game outside of AFKing.
Yeah.
To the wall, and Smeb takes him down.
Oh, they found him.
Yep, Boomerang Blade finds him. Breaks like, oh, okay. Hits the go button. They're going to chase down Untara.
He doesn't even care about being there for the Baron that his team is doing. It's all about death to Untara.
Yep, he's like, you guys got this. Untara going to try to execute. I think he might actually be able to get it. Boomerang Blade just too short. Oh, yeah, I think he's got the execute. He's going for the fountain, too. And we have an interview, however, with 2 of our MVPs, so we're going to throw over to Robin for the translation.
Thank you very much, Montecristo and a random Bronzy, for the great day on the cast.
Hey, I made silver, all right?
You were still bronze at one point.
I'm going to throw my pen
I'm
at you.
not going to let you live that down. And we are going to be going into the interview booth with Smeb and Peanut.
Mickey, unfortunately, last time we saw him, wasn't able to beat SKT again. And Faker had a, not so much smack talk, just said, you know, I practice hard all the time. Like, I don't know what Mickey's talking about. I always try hard.
Didn't need to tell Mickey to try hard.
Yeah.
He's Faker.
Everybody wants to rule the world. There's a room where the light won't find you. Holding hands while
Alrighty, here we go.
I guess we're just going to look
We're
at
just
Fly.
gonna look at, zoom into his face. Oh, we have a pause coming out, actually, is what it was.
All right. And Alistair, that's a very good point.
Yep. So,
Yes.
not going to have it.
It's a rollster with a Baron. Nice.
Yeah. It's that or a very long cog maul.
Long cog.
It kind of looks like the same. They kind of look the same.
They do. Well, I guess they're both supposed to be void monsters or something like that.
Do what he can with the Hurricane, trying to get as many stacks as he possibly can, but it's not going to do anything. Only gets 1 kill onto Mickey. Nice. What interaction was that? Somebody just knocking Snowflower back into his own magical journey. It's like, I'm going to stun you so hard
You go back
into this wall that you go back into your magical journey. Not in my house.
This has been a really weird one for champion interactions.
Magic is banned here. Wow. A lot of fans there for Africa. Maybe feeling a little bit more confident after a little bit of faltered voice from the side of the KG fans.
It was the pause threw everybody off in game 1. Couldn't have the
Very
traditional fighting chance.
Getting the most out of those 2 flashes expended. So nicely played by Africa. I think that might help equivalent that trade.
Equivalent.
Equalize. I just made my own word by combining 2 words.
Good job. You're like William Shakespeare, just making up words left and right.
Hey, man.
Someday we're going to remember you,
Achilios. It worked out for him. Well, maybe the Varus is just something you try to pick up for yourself.
No, you got to cover your mouth with your book. That's how you do it. So the other team can't hire lip readers to understand your strategy conversations.
Really?
Yeah.
Impressive stuff. It's not something that I ever would have considered here.
That's what people do in major sports a lot of the times.
Okay.
You want to have something in front of your mouth at all times, because otherwise people could just watch the footage with lip readers and get all your sweet, sweet strategies.
You just have to develop a very intricate code
Well, baseball has that.
where everything that you say means something completely
Oh,
different.
snap.
And then
everything
you tie it in with a hand motion. So this means the Statue of Liberty play, and this...
I like it. Nobody can see your hand motions.
They
though.
can. The audience can. There's some people in the audience.
They did it for them.
Yep. A lot of gusto for Africa.
Everybody
So-
loves the underdogs, because
Yeah.
these underdogs have actually shown they can take down teams like SK Telecom and Samsung, that they're competitive, at least with the middle of the table here in Champion Spring.
Yeah. Dragon to spawn, and they're pretty well poised to be able to take their first, and that will equalize. I got the word correct this time. Equalize the dragon count.
Equivalate!
I'm telling you, it sounds like a Harry Potter spell.
That's what you do when you equalize something in Harry Potter. You just yell, equivalate!
Equivalent. This balances.
Balances something.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound very useful.
Most of the spells in Harry Potter are. There's probably a lot
What?
of
There's
spells.
super useful
No, I'm
ones.
saying
You can
there's-
straight up kill people.
No, I'm saying
that's really
there's
useful.
probably a lot of spells in Harry Potter that are completely useless that we didn't hear about.
Yeah, they're going to have a really tough time against KT's composition just when it comes to equalizing or equivalating damage output.
I'm going to get this in Webster's dictionary. I'm going to start a petition.
It's our new OGN word.
It is the new OGN word. Equivalent. Wonderful. You're welcome for that.
Thanks. It's a special word that means exactly the same thing as other words and is therefore useless. It doesn't have any special context besides being hilarious.
It's just it's a synonym, okay, for other words that don't exist. I don't know. I'm the play-by-play. I'm here to talk fast and not think about the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, well, at least you're honest with yourself. Know your position. Know your role. There you go. Significant. So they need to make the most out of this.
Very rough. Mickey gets grabbed up. Great cocoon underneath the tower. Score. Gonna take that one away. And Mickey just playing with fire that far up. Not respecting the big potential from Hachani.
No one is respecting thresh hooks in this game. Lyra didn't. He just stood in that brush, having no idea whether it was warded or not. Easy hook. Hachani's like, yeah, this is the easiest hooks ever. Here's
Maybe
another
they
one.
just, it's because they haven't seen Thresh in so long, they forgot what he does. It's
Like,
like, oh, that's a new character. What does he do?
Yeah, do I have to flash that thing
Yeah.
that's coming at me
Oh,
really
good
fast?
God, I'm dead. Oh, Snowflower coming in. They sweep the brush, so they know that it's not warded. Fly, though, creating some good pressure in this mid-side. Mickey roaming up to have to answer that.
I don't know why you would sweep that brush and then immediately put a pink board down into it, but
One or the other. Just wasting resources at that point.
like, you have to double check, you know.
Yeah, just got to be really sure.
Well, they're really sure now. I guess they get the Gragasol and they get the Someday by kill, or they kill the Someday. I'm tripping over my words right now. They kill Someday.
3 towers still in the advantage of Africa. If they could equalize the turret count, that would help close that gold gap significantly.
Why? Use your word. Come on, Shakespeare.
Equivalate.
Question is, can Someday get this Sunfire Cape? Looks like he's recalling now. That would help out quite a bit with shoving back these minion waves in an efficient manner, and yes, he can.
Yes, he can. And a pink ward to boot.
What a good guy. Buying pink wards, that's what I like to see.
I want that Mercurial Scimitar.
No,
Please.
those who think buy a pink. Achilios. That's the motto.
That's a good little mantra to tout. Actually, haven't heard that one before.
I just made it up right now, so there you go.
You could have your own.
I'll just have a T-shirt.
Yeah, I
made.
was gonna say you could have your own brand of League of Legends sayings.
Holy cow, this game is so close. I cannot believe KT has been able to hold on this long.
Yeah, screw the dragon. The base is now the Alamo
That's right.
for KT Rolster.
That's a much more appropriate analogy. So yeah, let's take a look at this.
It's going to be the first kill of
Hook.
this so far.
Got on you!
Gets
Oh.
hooked, but a nice QSS. And Monty's heart just jumped through his chest.
That was so dangerous, but had the Mercurial Scimitar still up, Arrow has his available.
Yep.
All right, is this KT's Alamo? I don't know. They've had so many
It has
so far.
to be. You don't get another Alamo. This is it.
This is the last Alamo.
You are out of Alamos.
Davy Crockett only got one Alamo.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
Yeah. Be grateful, KT. You got 2. They are the playoff deniers. You have to slip them some money in the back room to win your game.
No, there's no match fixing, Achilios. Bad Achilios.
I'm just kidding. It's impactful ones, I feel, especially for the motivation of Longju, because this is a team that was going off on a win streak and has very much been suffering in the last couple matches, losing to CJ in the longest series of my life.
Yes.
And then
longest series of my life, too. It was definitely the longest best of 3. It was like 49 minutes, 55 minutes, and 70 minutes.
It was 4 hours for 3 games.
It was. It was suffering.
It was very, very interesting and very frustrating because there's a lot of misplays in that game. See Faker hovering over the Yasuo. Maybe a little bit of a taunt at Mickey.
And Bang will always troll Cloud Templar. He does this every single game. It was funny, he was even doing it at IEM. I was like, well, I'm the only one who knows what he's doing right now. And it's funny, too, because the Korean casters were casting it live via feed, but they were in Korea.
So did not.
Bang was able to troll Cloud Templar from Poland.
Well, I think we know who the favorite is right now.
And Coco gets greedy, steals the blue, but it ends right back up in Blank's
It was
hands.
according to plan. It was just the buff transfer.
Oh, right. Get more out of it, right? He's like, we'll bait him in. He's going to take it, but then he's going to die. Nice.
I think it'd be a funny little thing if it showed how many times a buff had been passed around before
That would be hilarious,
before it
actually.
expired. Be a nice little thing, because sometimes you get those games where a buff, you get your first blue buff and it gets passed around 5 times before it finally expires on somebody.
I wonder if there's ever been a professional game where a buff has lasted the entire game. I'm sure there has.
Probably not a professional game, but maybe in a solo queue. That sounds like a solo queue thing, Monty.
I don't know. Sounds like a China thing.
Okay, that's. Do we want to call that professional League of Legends?
They're professionals.
I'm just kidding.
They're the best paid League of Legends professionals on the planet.
They actually are. By a large margin.
But yes, I would be really curious if there is some sort of game where that actually occurred. I don't know how you would track that.
I mean, we've seen buffless games, so why not a game where the buffs last the entire time?
There's one blue buff going around, just passed around from player to player to player.
Community blue buff.
Looked great.
I'd like to see Jace come back into competitive play. He was such a huge staple in team comps in Season 3. Dyrus' main champion back during that period. Coco, of course, considered just the best Jace.
He's also a fun flex pick because you can play him top, you can play him AD carry. You never know where he's going. Sometimes you try and play teleport Jace as AD carry and end up forgetting you have TP and TP in the middle of team fights like we saw Def do with EDG at Worlds. That was rather embarrassing.
I think everything about
EDG's performance
most things about China in a Worlds period was pretty embarrassing. Oh, LGD.
Hey, they bounced back towards the end of the group stage.
Marin. Duke chasing on the Crash, should be able to finish him off. Is there anywhere for him to go? Repels over to the Krugs. Gets rooted by the Twisted Defense. Is he just stuck in there?
No.
Not like this! And he dies. That is going to be the ace.
Who's going to get it? All right, it's Bang and the wave clear. Let's do it. It's time for mid lane pushes.
A bad band name. Bang in the wave clear.
Well, it may not be the most exciting band in the world, but you know what? They're technically proficient, Achilios. Their technique is flawless.
It's a strategically sound band.
Virtuoso musicianship, but their songs are boring, all right?
They're boring if you can't appreciate the music.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Take it to the pretension level.
Yeah.
You know my style.
That I do. I've been here for about 5 weeks. You know what I really like was the episode of Drive that Riot just released on Matt from Team Liquid.
Did you like it because you used to work for Team Liquid?
No, it's actually a good episode.
It was good, I agree.
But I particularly like the part where Matt's dad is talking and he's like, you know, I heard my son was really good at this game, and then I watch it, and he's just getting annihilated. And he didn't understand that support meant you die for the team. You know, you die to make those plays. It was just funny to hear his father say, like, I'm just watching my son getting destroyed by the enemy.
How
So,
come
yeah.
my son can't be the carry?
Yeah.
He's giving Matt some complexes there. He's doing good, okay?
I'm proud of you, son. I just wish you were the carry. Dad, I'm trying as hard as I can. I'm sorry. Don't come back to Hawaii until you're an 80 carry.
I'll even accept mid lane.
Yeah.
Too funny.
Maybe top.
He's been doing great for a rookie, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Both Matt and Dardoch have been doing really well.
Great use of the Kindred ult again. Everybody on the same page.
Are they gonna go for this?
Yeah, why not? You can do it. You have Kindred, Sivir, and Azir. You could 100% do this Baron in 20 minutes.
That's very true. We almost saw a 2-man.
Yeah, Azir, Elise.
And then
Oh, the bug splat! The drama.
in the vestiges of his base in the fountain, the Nexus is going to fall, and just like that, SKT getting revenge over Longshu with a 2-0 victory.
Oh
my God. The disrespect. That was the first kill Faker got in the game.
Holy cow, that damage. Here's the final siege at the base, getting the Sand Soldiers in between the turrets, and then I just want to see this last kill again because he was able just to dunk on Fury.
Beautiful Emperor's Divide, of course, to knock those two members back, Flame, and
Oh,
what?
come on.
What a ripoff! I just threw my pen in anger. Oh, that sucks. Oh well.
Damn it, OGN, baited.
Please say something about today's victory. And play after someone made a Nunu impression after MVP or Captain Jack. He says Captain Jack is one of the reasons why they lost as well. He said he also watched the Nunu impression from Captain Jack as well.
Thank you very much, George, for the translation. Faker, some shots fired at Captain Jack. That was pretty funny.
They have a very interesting relationship with streaming and Faker. I don't know if you know this, but Faker always, when he solo queues and finds Captain Jack on the same team, he will just always play support for Captain Jack, and he's really bad at it, so it makes Captain Jack really bad.
Try to tilt him as hard as you possibly can.